All right, check it out, guys. A lot of people have been asking, and I'm gonna show you guys how Danny gets into his truck. I got a F-150. I'm a quadriplegic, as you guys may know, and I got a nice little F-150 that a lot of people said I couldn't drive, and now we're gonna go prove them all wrong, and I'm gonna show you how I drive it. Check it out, guys. Truck. I got an F-150. I got actually the Raptor. So a lot of people think you can't have a really cool fancy truck or whatever. You can do a lot more than a lot of people give each other credit for. But starting out here, right here, I got this Bruno crane. This guy can pick up even a power chair, but I just have a manual chair here right now. But this will pick up my wheelchair. I'm gonna show you how that works. Let's get into the truck real quick. Kind of give you guys a rundown of what I do, at least when I'm getting into my truck. So as you guys see, I have zero hand function. I mean, I wouldn't say zero, but I have no movement besides tenodesis, where I can actually grip stuff through my tendons and how they're, you know, ran through my hands. But anyway, here I start out, I open the door up like that, and I'll come over here and I'll take my keys. And I don't leave them in the ignition because it'll sit here just ding for days. I got a little shoelace here on my keys, and that's how I get this thing started. But I can grab this shoelace a lot easier, and I hook it right there on this, on my, oh shoot, lost him. But one of my things that I do is I take my keys. Sorry guys, sometimes things take a little longer than what they should. Anyway, right here, I pop them in there. Maybe. Hands aren't working today. Ever. Pop it right there. And I put my keys there, and I actually stick my phone right here in the door, but I don't got that with me today. And then you always got to have your hydration with you. So there's my water bottle. Anyway guys, we'll get back into it here. This is my seat. It's a Link system. It came out of Canada, and they're the legit. So a lot of companies don't like to do Ford because the body itself is aluminum, so you can't weld it together. So the modifications all have to be internal. You can't weld none of the body. None of the frame was modified on this truck, nothing. So right here, I got this button I just push and hold, and this runs this remote here actually runs the seat. So you can kind of see the seat coming out like this, and everything's done remote. So anyone can do it. I mean, I literally don't have hand usage, and I'm pushing this button and I can do it by myself. One of the biggest things, when I first got injured and stuff, they told me I'd have to have a van, and now I worked up to, now I got this badass seat in this truck. But one of the biggest eye openers, or, you know, things I was grateful for when I got injured was actually being able to drive. It's so important for mental health, let alone just like your day-to-day life. And this seat gave it to me. It made me a lot believe in life a little bit more, as you would say. Anyway, you can lower yourself down. I got my remote there, and then I got my remote also for the Bruno crane, and I'll show you how that works here in a second. So we got the seat comes out like that, and I'm just gonna start talking about how it works. Now I kind of get up here 90 degrees. My physical therapist and I have been working on pop transfers. But right now, if anyone doesn't know what a pop transfer is, it's where you actually pop. So like if you can see in this video, I got the strength. I can lift myself up, do all that stuff. But right now, I'm still pop transferring onto a seat like this just ain't quite as safe as it could be. And I don't want to end up back in the hospital like I was last fall. So what I'm doing here, I get this thing called a slide board. And you put it in between yourself and whatever you're sliding onto. This is one of the more dangerous transfers, and it's harder, but any 90-degree transfer is hard, but this is what you got to do when you're wanting to get into a truck. So I got it set up here. This seat comes down to like 20 to like 23 inches, I think is what it is. It's pretty cool. So anyway, I got my board in here, I'm set up, and now I can just slide across. And I try to do like a pop. So as you can see, I'm taking a lot of pressure off of my butt. And I usually go a little faster, but I'm trying to show you guys and how easy this really is. So here it is. Now we're in the truck. Bam, just like that. Board's still there. Make sure that board doesn't go with you. Make sure it stays stationary sitting on this on your chair and everything like that. If it slides with you, you're gonna chance falling. And we don't want that. We don't want you guys to fall. So, all right, now we got this taken off. Got to get all the crumbs from lunch off. Me and the boys went to the local pub. Mr. Gregory himself, we went to the pub and we had a few cheeseburgers with a couple brewskis. So I got the crumbs on my seat. So I put my seat here. You got to pull it off. I set it on the ground. I'm gonna work on something else to get it a little better. But anyway, long story here now. We put this chair, I try to get it a little closer myself. A lot of people just lean across and hook the crane up, but what I try to do, and it's quite a pain in the ass, is I try to get a little more closer to me. Someone's in trouble. I try to get this thing to where it's a little safer for me to work with, stuff like that, because I don't want to fall out of this truck. As you can see here, like this is me just straight on the truck here. Like there's no armrests, no seat belts right now attached. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. You got to be smart about what you're doing with these. So now I put my armrest back down, and now the cool part. We're gonna crane it. So now we'll crane, we'll pick it up. We're gonna go out like this. Bam. Grab my hook. That goes down. And this goes like this. You guys look right here. All I gotta do, I got actually a cheaper hook here, but all you need to do is just click it on. So if you're a para and you got hand usage, this is a lot easier than like per se me. What I have to do here is I kind of fumble with it for a long time. This is the hardest part actually, what I'm dealing with here. I usually have people help me, but not always is someone gonna be there, right? So we gotta figure out a way to get it on, and it takes a while. But once you get it on, bam, like that. Once you get it on, it's pretty much to the rodeo. But you gotta be a little careful, guys, and you'll see here now. What I do is I go out a little bit with my crane, like that, and then I come up. And I come up a little bit, but you gotta be real slow now when you kind of drag your chair out of the way. Bam. Just like that. You don't want to go crazy with it because that sucker can swing into your truck and dent it up. So anyway, there's that. We're gonna come all the way up. Bam. Come up with the hoist. And then that bad boy goes into your bed. Pretty sick, pretty cool. It is a little bit slower, but what do you do, right? Like, it's better than driving a minivan. If you're not a minivan guy, this is a pretty slick setup, you know? And if anyone wants to get it done, you can call any mobility place. I use Black Hawk Vans is who I used up in Rapid City. Paul is a super good dude. He did an amazing job on my install. Obviously you guys can see, there you go, I'm hard on stuff. But, so I put my cushion on my lap there. And then now, it'll lift me up into the truck. So with just one button, you can just kind of raise you up into the truck. And it's gonna turn me right into the driver's seat. Not a lot of guys know about this, but it's kind of a cool setup. I haven't seen something quite so cool as this. They also have Bruno Unfortunately, it's not American made, it's Canadian, but hey, whatever, you know. So now when I get to this position, I grab my cushion, and I always grab it by the strap here. Bam, with my thumb, I hook it right here, and then I kind of pull it over me, and I just set it in the passenger seat right there. And then I just slide myself the rest of the way in. And check this out. So you guys see this goofy little pin here? This is what I clamp my hand into. If you guys can see, this pin has 3 of them. They call it tri-pin. Like I said, I don't got hand usage, so to get my hand control endorsement at the DMV, what I had to do is run this tri-pin like this, and that's how I turn, steer, everything like that. And then with gas and brake is right here. Right there, it hits my brake. If you guys even look down there, you can even see that the pedal is working. Like that. That's my brake pedal, and then gas. And the reason this is so cool is because anyone can drive this truck. I can drive it, or I can be like, hey Greg, can you drive me home? And he can hop right in this truck, and there's nothing really too much different other than maybe the hand controls. And the hand controls actually don't get in the way. You can pop this off here, just like anything, and yank it out. Let's see here. Bam. Now your tri-pin's popped out, and anyone can use the foot controls or hand controls, and then that's out of your way. I really like this setup. That's why I went with it. In my opinion, it's one of the better ones with the link and everything like that. But I think that I wanted to show you guys this on YouTube. Share this video. Make sure to comment below anything that I did wrong, something I can do better. Show it to your friends. Make sure to send it to your guys, all the other guys and gals out there with problems, you know, trying to learn how to drive, anything like that. Contact me. Shoot me a message. dhkwelds.com if you want to get some of my merch, anything like that. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Until then, we'll see you on the next one.
What's going on here?
Oh, shit! We're partying in Texas, baby!